Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas
and Aušra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 456 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Gavin and he writes, "Good day, Vidas. Thank you for your work. My dream for my organ playing is to really enjoy playing well. What's holding me back from this, I think, is good practicing, and not just in the amount of time, but also in how practice is done. I know that there can never be one solution that fits everyone, but guidelines are difficult to combine. Cheers, Gavin." Well, let's talk, Aušra, about what are some basic guidelines for efficient and effective practice.
Well, that's a very good question, I guess, because, if you would have like universal rules, probably you could win the Nobel Prize.
Really?
True. Because I think what suits one person might not suit another one. But of course there are some common, features that can be adopted by many of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the rule number one is, stop practicing all your pieces from beginning to the end.
Why?
Because each piece has, easier spots and harder spots. And if you only play them, throughout the piece, each time it means that, that harder spots always will stay harder spots. And that's not a very good thing to do.
What Aušra means probably is that if you play the piece from the beginning until the end, the easy spots will get easier, right? Because you're mastering them. And you're not making mistakes in easy spots, and you're making mistakes probably in difficult spots. So if you're playing from the beginning until the end, those difficult spots are not really improving because you are always making similar mistakes.
Maybe they are improving, but not efficient enough, and not as fast as it could be if you would work more on those difficult spots.
And in general, our psyche is conditioned to be pleased when we do something right and not when we do something wrong. So when we play the pieces from the beginning until the end and make many mistakes, we obviously are aware of that, hopefully. And then the feeling is not very pleasant, right? We are not satisfied with our practice that day. It's better to keep conquering new spots of music without making actually mistakes, which leads me to another point. Start practicing really slowly, and then you will not make so many mistakes.
Yes, I also wanted to tell about the tempo, but first of all, I also wanted to tell that the second step would be not to play all the parts together right from the beginning. What people always like to do too. You need to work, in combination, voice combinations, because it's not piano, it's organ. You have, pedal board attached to your instrument as well, and it's important part too. So you have more things, to think about while playing organ comparing to the piano.
Mm-hmm.
So you really need to learn the separate voices first.
All right, so let's recap a little bit. Playing
Hard spots first, playing in combinations. Not
and
playing all
then
part together
playing
and then
slowly.
playing slowly. Yes, I guess these are three.
But there are
keyboards too.
more keys.
Of course there are.
Let's talk a little bit about how often should you practice.
I would say every day.
Every day, okay, daily practice. Then the next point should be when you play in those fragments, do you play them only once or several times or multiple times?
Well, it depends, how well are you able to do them and how hard we are. If we are easy, maybe it's enough not to play once, but I highly doubt it.
I would say at least 3 times, but make sure those 3 times are correct in a row. And if it's not correct, then you go back and correct those mistakes and aim for 3 fluent repetitions in a row. That would be ideal, I would say.
True. And also, you need to know what you are doing, because very often people just practice for the sake of practicing, but we don't have goals.
Such as what an example of the goal might be.
Well, let's see. I'm playing, let's say trio sonata, yes, and I'm working on, left hand and pedal. And let's see, this time I will play through and I will really think about my articulation. Am I doing it right or not?
Mm-hmm. You mean probably that it's not possible to learn entire trio sonata in one sitting. You have to think about goals for each day.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's see, today I'm working on, F major toccata by J.S. Bach. I know, that the cadences are the hardest thing for me to play in that toccata. So maybe today I don't have much time, so I'll just go, through the cadences for a few times.
Which leads me to another point. When you say cadences, you have to understand what a thing cadence is. So probably it's beneficial to know a little bit about music theory and harmony, or
Yes.
even if you don't know, but study it right from the beginning, right from the start.
And maybe, when you start to learn new pieces of music, it's, beneficial to look at it, from the scientific point of view.
Mm-hmm.
And to analyze it a little bit, to analyze structure, the keys, how we change, and know all that structure. It will be helpful for you while performing it and learning it. And then, of course, if you have your performance coming, not far ahead from maybe you want to work on right tempo, to check it if it's even throughout the piece. So there are various aspects of practicing.
And also fingering, pedaling, those.
Well, yes, but this comes with the beginning of learning the piece of music. You will not check your fingering and pedaling right before recital.
Ornamentation, phrasing, registration, all those things need to be considered. What about Osha? When you practice an organ piece and try to memorize, is it healthy to try to memorize some pieces?
Yeah, sometimes it's helpful. Maybe not, entire piece throughout, but some of spots definitely the most difficult spots, or places where you need to turn the page.
We would need to probably record an entire episode on page turns, how to do them. But that's important consideration to think about in each practice that you do. So, what else? The final ideas would you have for Gavin and others who want to learn to practice efficiently?
Well, your head needs to lead, your mind needs to lead your practice, not your body. And if you feel tired, you cannot control, your body, then you better stop practicing and get a rest. Because there won't be much, of the benefit of practicing just for practicing.
I would agree on this one. I usually finish my practice before I'm getting tired. And I'm never tired.
Good for you. Not everybody can do that.
Yes. Thank you guys, this was Vidas.
And Usha.
Please send us more of your questions, we love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, "The sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your essays, courses, and all your help."
Robert writes, I found the fingerings, registration ideas, and general comments to be excellent.
John writes, "I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you are there teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right, as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor."
Robert writes, It has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching.
Ron writes, "Hi Vidas and Usha, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home, and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Usha and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward."
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition, and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas.
And Usha from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.